Suppose you were given a prepaid coffee card. The graph shows how much money is remaining on the card after buying cups of coffee. So we're trying to figure out the domain. The domain again is the input, so that would be cups. And the range is the output, and so that is dollars. Now, okay, so everything on the horizontal, this is the domain. All right, so that along the horizontal is the domain, which is the cups. Okay, so that is going to be, when we're asked for a domain, that's the horizontal information. Okay, so in this case, that is cups of coffee. Now, the range, that is everything going along the vertical line. Okay, so in this case, that is dollars, so the range is dollars. Okay, good. So we can see that the domain, if we're looking at the the horizontal, that's all this information here, and then our graph ends at 5. So we've started with 0 cups of coffee, and our coffee card can buy us up to 5 cups of coffee, and then we've used up our coffee card. Okay, and then for the range, we're just looking at this vertical part. Okay, so we had $6 to start with. We started with $6 and then we used it up, right? Then it went down to 0. But when we're writing range and domain, we're always going to go from the smallest value, which was 0, up to the largest value, possible value. So you always go from least to greatest when you're listing these. Okay, so the big idea here when you're looking at domain and range from a graph, domain is the horizontal and range is the vertical. So if we're trying to figure this out, okay, from the graph, if I'm looking at the domain, okay, so I look at my graph and then I can kind of come down, and if it was like if there was a shadow down below the graph along the horizontal axis, those values are the domain. Okay, and likewise I look at my graph and I come back and look at the shadow it makes on the vertical axis, and that is the range.